guys, it's Leah and welcome back to my channel. So today it's pretty exciting. We have another installment of my Star Wars Controversies series. It's been a long time since I've done one of these videos. And today is going to be episode 3. As you guys know, this series is all just fun and games. I love to discuss commonly / controversial topics within the Star Wars fandom and things that people like to argue over. So today is going to be what order you should watch the Star Wars films in. Now, the easy answer to this question is the numerical order. I've gotten into a lot of debates over this, however, as I've developed sort of the own way that I think that they should be watched. Of course, you can watch it prequels, meaning 1, 2, 3, originals, well, Rogue One, and then originals, 4, 5, 6, and then go into the newer ones, 7, 8, and eventually 9. They do work that way. They are set up that way. However, there is a better way to watch those films, especially if you're new to the Star Wars franchise. A lot of times, if you watch the prequels first, it's kind of hard to get into it as much as it is, because it's like you don't really care enough, and the prequels alone aren't strong enough, in my own opinion, to pique your interest if you are like an older viewer. As a kid, of course, I saw the prequels in theaters, Revenge of the Sith, and that was amazing. I loved it, and I still to this day love Revenge of the Sith. That's just my unpopular opinion, apparently. But anyway, not hating on the prequels, but I don't think they're strong enough to carry a new viewer or a new person or even someone who is not interested in Star Wars, they just want to watch them. It's not strong enough to carry the storyline and pique their interest. So then you have the machete order, which is, you would watch 4, 5, 2, 3. They cut out the Phantom Menace because essentially all of the characters introduced in the Phantom Menace are reintroduced in episode 2 anyway, so they cut that out. 3, and then they go 6, 7, 8. And then real quickly, that's the machete order, so then let's cover the order that I love to watch the Star Wars films in, and the order that I introduce new people to the films when we binge watch them. You start off with Rogue One, watch episode 4, episode 5, then watch episodes 1, 2, 3, and then 6, 7, 8. Eventually, we'll figure out where the Han Solo movie fits into this, if it does, and of course, episode 9. The reason why I like to watch it in this order is if you are new to the Star Wars series, or even if you watched the originals when they came out, you had no idea that Vader was Luke's father. It was a huge reveal. You were supposed to be mind blown. If you watch the prequels before watching the originals, it's not a big deal. You lose that fantastical storyline and you use that peak of interest. You go, okay, I already know who Anakin is and I already know he has 2 children. It also doesn't make sense when you shift from 3 to 4 to A New Hope why Vader doesn't realize who Leia is. And they're extremely close quarters in episode 4 in the beginning, and he just like doesn't even have any interest in her whatsoever. So that kind of, there's a few other like plot holes that it kind of spoils if you go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It doesn't enforce the story. So if you watch Rogue One and it beautifully transitions into episode 4, then you watch episode 5 and you're like, oh my goodness, Vader is Luke's father. Then you're like, all of these thoughts are swimming in your mind, and you're like, how did this happen? Oh my gosh, who was Vader? Who is this man? Who is this leader of the galaxy? We have the prequels to answer your question. So you pause your storyline in episode 5, and you get a whole really engrossing backstory that, in my opinion, makes the prequels a little better. I still like to watch Phantom Menace. I mean, if you're introducing someone to it, it's kind of like you have to sit through it. You can still watch it. You can leave it out, however, and just go 2, 3. But it gives you this whole backstory of how Anakin became Vader, and you get so attached to Anakin's character, and then have a lot of sympathy for Vader by the time you finish his backstory and go into episode 6, which is his redemption. You go from not knowing who he is to getting his whole backstory and then getting his redemption, which in my opinion is so fulfilling. It's so great to get to that moment. And then you go right into episodes 7 and 8. So let me know in the comments below the way that you like to watch the Star Wars films. Do you like to just go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, of course including Rogue One in the middle? Or do you have your own machete order or a different order that you like to watch the Star Wars films in? Of course, no order is the right or wrong way. I have gotten in arguments with people, though, wanting to introduce the Star Wars series to someone new, and I'm like, no. Please do not do numerical order, please. It will not do the films justice, especially the originals. So let me know in the comments below. As always, this is just a fun discussion that I want to have with you guys in Star Wars Controversies, and I'll see you guys in the next episode. Don't forget to subscribe. Bye, guys.